In front of me is a tier list with 7 tiers ranging from SS all the way down to F. And if you're not familiar with the series, which I've actually done a couple videos on now, we go ahead and make an entire tier list full of all of the 2.2 icons that are coming very soon. We've already covered the ship, ball, UFO, and wave icons, but in this episode, if you open up GD Colin's icon kit, you're actually able to access these new 2.2 icons. And today we are exclusively going to look at the robot and spider icons for 2.2. Without further ado, let's just roll right into this. Here we go. Alright, so if you watched my previous episodes on this series, you'll definitely know that the 2.2 icons for the ships are just, there's so many. Look at this. There are just so many icons, but if we go over to the robots, we can see we have a lot less, which is really good for my sanity. And I think it's a very similar number for the amount of spiders as well. Yeah, it looks very similar. So this should be a relatively quicker episode, but yeah, this is still gonna take a long time, so let's get into this. Yo, what? I don't remember this feature. What? Wait. I never knew this. Oh my god, wait, this is sick. It seems to only be exclusive for the robots. Okay, that makes sense, because, you know, they have, like, animation and everything. So actually, first, I want to check out some of these new 2.2 animations, since they're here as well. And I assume some of these are not going to be, like, actually things. They're just going to be, like, keyframes of animation or whatever, like this one. But for this animation, I assume this is going to be for platformer, and I assume Idle 02 as well. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so sick. Here's the normal run, and let's look at run number 2. Yeah, okay, we've seen this before. RobTop, I remember, has shown this at one point. Let's see what run 3 is. Oh, that's bro. Okay. So there's all those animations, and then we have one more, which is skip. Oh, okay, I guess that one's not, like, isn't loopable or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't expect to see all these new animations, but all right, let's get into these 2.2 icons. Okay, starting off with this one. This one is okay. It's not the greatest thing ever. Like, it's just very basic and simplistic, but it's still pretty nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on our tier list, but where? I'm not sure. This is either a B tier or a C tier robot. I'm not sure yet. I still think it looks decent enough, so I think let's just put it in B. Let's just start off our first robot with a nice B tier. I actually really like this one a lot. I think this is one of the only icons ever to have, like, a designated color inside of it, no matter what colors you choose with that red eye. And I honestly just like how it looks. I am going to stick this one in A tier because I think it's a very good one, but definitely could be a lot better for the S and SS tiers. I think I'm going to give this one S. And, you know, I've said this every single video, but if you know me, I love gradients and icons. And I think this one does it so well because even at, like, the back of the icon, it has, like, these darker colors that go down like this. I genuinely really like this robot a lot, and I think this one is very deserving of an S tier. Not really a huge fan of this one, but I don't think it looks awful. I'm debating between B and C tier. I'll just stick it in B. I think that's fine. It's just a little bit, like, uninteresting to me, I guess. This one is so unique. It looks really good, but I have one major complaint. Why do icons like this that look super good have to literally look like all one color, dude? Like, if I saw this for the first time, I would have never guessed my secondary color was white. It reminds me of that one 2.2 like lion ship. It's very similar to that, but the uniqueness of it is very good, and I'm gonna stick it in B tier. I'll be honest, I'm really not a fan of this one. It looks a little chunky, and I don't know. I don't like it. I'm gonna throw in our first C tier of this tier list. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not very great to me, I guess. And continuing this trend, I honestly just don't like this one at all. I'm gonna put it in D tier. There's zero shading in it as well. I just do not like that one. By the way, looking at this list, this robot does not belong in B tier. Okay, so this one's moved down to C tier. Let's move on to the next one, which, ooh, this one is really good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. I think I'm gonna put this one in A tier. I also really like this one a lot, but I feel like this one is very, very bulky. The design, and I think those are flames coming out the back, look very, very good, though. I like that a lot. But because of that bulkiness, I think I'll just throw it down in B tier. I don't know. That's just not something I would use personally. All right, we got the Plants vs. Zombies Chomper. I like that. I like that. Does it work as a robot, though? I really like what it's going for, but I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. I know robots are generally not like a game mode like Waves, where it's like, oh, this one feels really good to play with, you know? But I feel like this robot, out of all of them now, it just not be good to play with. We got the football robot. I don't really care. It's basic. It's bland. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. No, I don't like this one. I'm sorry. I don't like this one. I'm not gonna give it F tier, but I'm gonna give it D tier. I just don't like the design, and also there's like no varying colors and stuff. stuff. I don't know. I know I'm a hater for these kinds of designs and everything, but it's just not for me, bro. And it's my tier list, so I can do what I want. Into D you go, you dumb, stupid toy. This one is really great, although I will say I'm not the biggest fan of how the face looks. I still respect how good of a design this looks, so I'm still gonna put it in A tier for that. Surprisingly, I actually really do like this design a lot. Not sure really what it is. I just kind of like it. I'll just throw it in B tier. Okay, so this one. All right. This is gonna be a really, really random one for me, okay? But I'm genuinely considering putting this one in SS. Not only does this have a really good, clean design, but I feel like this would feel so good to play with, dude. Like with robot gameplay, come on, that's gotta be good. It's going in at least S. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really feeling SS with this one, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Our first SS robot. There we go. This one's pretty all right. I'm not the biggest fan of how bulky it is in the back, though. I think I'll still put it in B tier, though. I do like it. It's just not. It could be better. This alien one, I think, is a very strong robot. I don't really have an actual reason. I'm really feeling A with this one. I don't know. Some of these I just don't have an actual explanation. It just feel like it fits there. Like this one, I'm feeling C. Like it has some coloration and a cool design, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't really stack up that well. I actually really like what this one's going for. I'm feeling B tier with this one. I think what this is like Monster Cat, whoever that guy is, I think. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good, and I'm gonna put it in B tier. Okay, not gonna lie, this one looks so sick. I'm definitely gonna put this one in A, but if it had some different like coloration or shading or anything in here, it would have gone an S easily. A tier is still definitely pretty strong, but yeah, it could have been a little bit better. I have no idea what this one is. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It has a really interesting and unique design, but I can't even make out what it is. I'm just gonna throw this down in C tier. This one's a very strong one. Is it strong enough for A though? I don't know about that. If we look at all the other A tiers, does it fit? You know what? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put this in A tier. I think that's a really good design. I like that. This one is easily going in S tier. This one looks great. I love the gradient, and I love that design. Feels like a really edgy robot, though. This is like the most edgy robot ever. But still, I think it looks really good. There's another robot I really like a lot as well, but I'm gonna put this one in A tier. So far, the robots have been the most positive in terms of how they're spread out on the tier list. But it's crazy we haven't had an F tier robot yet, and there's more A tiers than any other icon so far. I like how this one looks. I like the design of it. It's very interesting. I'll put it in B tier. I'm gonna throw this one in C tier. It's simple, and I like that it's kind of like a machine gun. Here we have a little Reaper. I like this design, and I'm gonna put it in B tier. Not a huge fan because it is a little bit cartoony kind of looking, but I think it's really good. Bro, what is that? What? It looks like a Pinky from Doom, but like a really off-brand Pinky. I'll be honest, I really do not like this one. I'm gonna put this one in D tier. I just feel like it looks goofy for like a monster. I don't know. In no way am I like a Mario like fanboy or anything, but I just think this looks like phenomenal. I'm gonna give this one an S tier. Just the different colors that were used and the contrast between the whole thing, it just looks really nice. I like it. All right, now we got oh god, what's his name? Metal Sonic or whatever, which I do like because he is an actual robot, but in terms of a design aspect, I do not like this one. It's mostly the primary color, and it's just overall not very interesting. Honestly, I might put this one in D tier because it's a lot less good compared to these ones. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this down in D tier. I like this guy, but not too much. I'm gonna give him a B tier. We got a robot, but not like a stereotypical robot. It's kind of like a, I don't know, face thing, you know. I like it though. I think it's pretty unique, and I'm gonna give it a B tier. I feel like we've been moving pretty fast through these, so let's just kind of make this the last few kind of like a speed round. S tier, this one looks absolutely incredible. I love the details on it. C tier, I really like what it's going for, but I just don't like the shape of it. A tier, I love the detail on this, and I love how unique it is. C tier, this is just like a really weird design, I feel like. D tier, this guy looks really ugly. B tier, it's pretty unique, but it's not the most interesting design. F tier, if you know, you know. D tier, there's no way this thing feels good to play with. D tier, this guy looks like that one cartoon, and I hate him. And here's our final one, and I think we're gonna end this one on, I don't know, either a B or A tier. I think I'm actually gonna put this guy in A, and there we go. There is our full robot tier list. If you want to take a look at all of these, definitely pause the video and just kind of look through it a little bit and process it. But yeah, I'm very surprised with how many good robots I felt like there were in this one. These were very strong designs compared to like kind of like the ships or the other icons as well. So we are are now going to be moving on to the 2.2 spider icons now. All right, so here we go. Let's move on to the spiders, and we definitely have a little bit more than the robots to look at. And just to clarify, I have completely wiped my previous tier list, so we can start fresh with this one. I think this one's a pretty good one to start off. I think I'm gonna put this one in B tier. Not a huge fan of like the cartoony looks and everything, but I think this one is executed rather well. I'm gonna have this spider be our first S tier. I just really like the look of this, and I love that gradient, and I like the star look of it. It just looks really nice. Having the second spider be an S tier is kind of crazy. That's awesome. I'm gonna put this one in C tier. I'm not a fan. I don't like the design, even though it looks rather unique, I guess. I definitely think C is the best area for this one, at least. You know, we started off strong, but this one, yeah, this one's going in D tier. It's way too unique to the point where it's just like so weird that it doesn't even look like a spider, in my opinion. This one's pretty clean. It's still a little bit basic, but I think it looks pretty solid. I'm actually gonna put this one in B tier. I just like the design, and it's kind of like a better take on the original spider icon. This one's going in A tier. I love the detail and the shading and the colors and everything. I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I really like what it's going for, but I'm not fully with it. It definitely had a lot of potential, but I still think it looks very nice. I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I really like the shading and the shape of it. Not much to say about it. I just kind of like it. I think this is a head crab from Half-Life. I'm pretty sure. I like how the gradient looks, but I do not like the shape at all, and I'm gonna put it in C tier because of that. Oh, dude, this one could have been so good. I don't know what's going on right there, but everything else looks great. I'm still gonna put it in B tier, but I just don't understand the face right there. Why? That, like, it just feels out of place. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in A tier. The shading is really good on this one, but it's not a very interesting icon. I'd honestly say the same exact stuff for this, but this shape just kind of sucks, so I'm gonna put it in C tier, and I'm gonna put this one in D tier. Oh god, I'm a huge person, I guess, for like shapes and icons, and yeah, that's just not for me at all. Like, it's cool because it has like a cannon on top of it and it's unique, but I don't know, I wanted to like take the shape of an original spider, you know? I feel like this is like a slightly better version of the previous two in terms of like shape, but there's just no secondary color. I don't know why icons do this, bro. I'm gonna put it in C tier, but I'd honestly put it in B tier if it wasn't for the stupid colors, bro. This one's really clean, and I actually like this design a lot, and I love the colors and the gradient. It looks really good, actually. I'm gonna put it in A. It just looks like a really like well-refined spider. I don't know. I like what this one's going for, and I like the colors a little bit, but other than that, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm putting it in B tier. I feel like it's a cool one, but I feel like it could be better. I'd say very similar comments for this one. It's very cool, like, idea, but I don't know if it's executed the best way. My god, we have so many B tiers. I was thinking with, like, the first 5 being so varied, it was gonna be, like, actually, like, a lot of variation, but it's all B tiers. This one looks great. I love what it's going for, and I like the gradients and the colors and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't know if it's worthy of an S tier, so I think I'm gonna put this one in A. I still love the design, but yeah, I don't think it's as good as this one, honestly. However, I think this one is just as good as that one I just showed on screen, honestly. I feel like the colors aren't very interesting, but like the design, I think is really cool and interesting. I don't know. Here is our second S tier. Yeah, I really like that spider. I feel like that would be a nice one to play with. I'm gonna put this one in C tier. I feel like it's too bulky and honestly a little bit bland with how much details put into it. All right, this is gonna be maybe a controversial take, but this is my tier list. I am going to put this one in SS tier, okay? This is by far the most unique spider ever, and it looks so good, and it's the most well executed spider ever as well. It just looks so good, dude. I think we saw this one in a sneak peek as well, but yeah, this is definitely an SS tier spider to me, at least for me. It could be different for other people, but there's just something about this one I absolutely love. I actually don't mind this one. My initial reactions weren't that great with this one, but the more I looked at it, I think I actually like this, and I'm gonna put it in A tier. Here we go, an actual like spider design. That's sick. I was honestly thinking of putting this in S tier at first, but I think A tier is a really deserving spot for this one. The detailing looks incredible on this one, but I don't know. I don't know if it's totally deserving of an S tier. This one's going in C tier. I like the shape of it, and it's cool, but it just is very bland. Dude, this one could be so good, but I feel like it was poorly executed. I feel like the details and the execution could be so much better, but I think it's still pretty okay. Honestly, I don't know if I want to put this in B or C. I think it's more fitting with these C tiers, honestly. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this down here. What is that? Dude, this one is so disturbing. I love it. It doesn't really look like a spider that much, which really sucks because I actually love what this is trying to be. If it's executed a little bit better, I would definitely put it higher, but I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's a disturbing, really unique spider that I love, but I feel like it could have been much better. This one's going in B tier. It's simple, but it's really effective, and I really like it. I'm gonna put this in A tier. It's close to S tier, but I'm not sure if it's actually S tier worthy. This is a more simple approach to the spider, and I like it, but not too much. I'll just throw it down in B tier for now. Oh my god, this one looks incredible. Okay, I'm gonna get really nitpicky with this one. Ready? And this is gonna be so bad. So right now I'm debating either putting this in SS or just an S tier. And the decided factor, it sounds so stupid. What's making me decide that this is going in S tier is the feet. I don't like how the feet look. The body looks just immaculate, but the feet look just weird, and I don't like them. But as an overall design, this one is incredible, and this is 100% deserving of an S tier. I like how much detail is in this one, but I feel like it's a little bit over detailed, and there could be more variation in the colors. I still love the design though, and I'm gonna put it in A tier. God, we were actually like plowing through these spiders. We're like over halfway. My god. Oh god, for this spider, I'm honestly not sure how to feel about this one at all. What am I feeling with this one? I keep doing this where it's like I barely even act on like, oh, is this good? Or I just feel it. For this one, I'm feeling you know what? I'm feeling an A tier. Let's do that. I think this deserves an A tier. This one's okay. I'm just gonna put it in C tier because it's not a terrible design, but it's okay. This spider I think had really good potential, but I feel like it's not executed well at all and just a little bit over detailed. Like it feels like there's too much happening when there shouldn't be, and I think I'm honestly just gonna put this in C tier. This one is definitely going in S. It's kind of close to A because there's not a lot of difference in the coloration, but I think this is good in S. Definitely a very strong, well-detailed spider. I like this one a lot. This one's clean and very unique, but I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's definitely not something I would really ever use. I like how clean this one is, but there's nothing really else that's interesting to me. I'll put it in B tier. This one is definitely deserving of A tier. I like the fiery look of it, and I think it just has a really nice shape to it. What is this traffic light spider? What? It's not a terrible design. It just, I don't know. It's okay. I'll put it in C tier. Probably the weakest actual spider design I've seen. I'm gonna put this in, I don't know, C or D tier. I'm not sure. Honestly, comparing all of the C tiers, I think this is more of a fitting spider for D tier. I don't know how to feel about this one because I like it, but I also don't really. I don't know. I'm very in the middle with this one, but it does look pretty good. I'll just put it in B tier. Okay, we are pretty much finishing up these spiders. We only have these amount left, so let's do the speed round that I usually do. Let's get these done, and let's get these done fast. A tier. I really like this one, but I feel like it could be a little bit better. B tier. I actually like this one a lot, and I do think it's unique. S tier. I think this is an absolutely incredible looking spider. D tier. This is just a really uninteresting spider. A tier. I like the depth and the color on this one a lot. C tier. This one's cool, but I feel like it could have been executed a little bit better. D tier. For some reason, I just don't like this one at all. B tier. The actual body is really good, but the legs look really off compared to it. 100% an F tier. D tier. I don't like this one, and I don't like the shape. And for our last one, we are ending rather strong because I'm gonna put this one in A tier. So here's our full list of 2.2 icon spiders. This was a very surprising episode. I'm surprised with how strong a lot of these spiders and robots were. So yeah, we only have like one episode left that we could do on this series, being the actual swing copters, which aren't a lot, but I still think it deserves its own kind of episode. Will I get that out before 2.2? I have no idea. I very much hope so, but if not, I'll definitely still do something like that during when the update comes out. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Again, these were great icons. I think this was definitely the best icon sets out of the whole series so far. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.